Now we're back with our producers roundtable. Normally on this program we have our reporters from the Bronx Journal talking about the stories that they're preparing for the newspaper. But this time we decided to invite some of the producers who work on this program to tell us about some of the upcoming shows that we're planning here. So let's start with you, Barbara. This is Barbara Torres, one of the producers of the program. Barbara, let's start with you. Tell us about what it is that you're working on. Who are the people that you're bringing on a future show?
Well, we're trying to get people from a previous edition. We did a story about asthma, and one of our professors here did a research on asthma in the Bronx, and found a lot of statistics and numbers that the percentage in asthma is really, really high here in the Bronx. So
yeah, there's a real problem with asthma in the Bronx, and there's a study that has been done that has shown that the Bronx has a much higher proportion of asthma patients than the rest of the city.
Right.
But I was trying to get at some of the other, aren't you planning a segment for one of the upcoming shows on a group that went to California for the National Association of Hispanic Journalists?
That's correct.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, actually three of our reporters from the Bronx Journal went on the National Association of Hispanic Journalists Convention for a week in June, and the convention was being held in San Jose, California. And basically this gave the reporters opportunity to go. They had several workshops. They actually had a job fair, so they learned interviewing techniques on how to get a job, journalism job in the media.
And we want to have them on the show to talk about that experience, and that's something that Barbara is preparing as a segment for this or a future show. Let's talk to Desiree. Desiree, you're planning the very next show after this one with a good friend of mine. Tell us about that.
We're inviting Bobby Sanabria. He's agreed to come on the show, and he's a very famous Latin percussionist from the Bronx, probably the most famous Latin percussionist from the Bronx. And he's going to come on and talk and hopefully perform for us as well, and play a portion of his DVD that he's going to promote and his new album, and talk about how he's got a Grammy nomination.
And he's bringing his drums.
Well, hopefully he will be bringing his drums. We're trying to convince him to bring him his drums.
Okay, and is he going to show?
He might perform and teach you a little something on the drums.
Teach me how to play?
Yes, teach you how to play.
That'll be great. I'm looking forward to that. Teach me how to play drums on the air so I can make a fool of myself. Okay. Alvin Lisojo, tell us about the segment that you're producing.
Yeah, the segment that I'm producing is Lehman College and the Bronx Journal is working alongside the Bronx Institute and their summer Gear Up program. And basically it's students who want to learn about the media and journalism, and they're helping us out with behind the scenes with
they're here.
all the
Some of them are here today.
Some of them are here today. And basically for the last show, we're going to do a little segment on the issues concerning kids their age.
So these are students who are just going to starting high school in the fall, and we want to find out what it is that they're thinking about, what their issues are, and we're going to have them on the program soon. So Cynthia Rios, tell us about what it is that you're preparing.
Yes, I am preparing to produce a show called Latinos in Film.
Latinos in Film.
Latinos in Film.
Okay.
One of our guests will be Ivan Acosta, who's a playwright and director as well as an actor. And he's going to come on the program and just tell us about how far along Latinos have come in film, some of the struggles that Latinos have faced.
Mm-hmm. And some directors, some young Latino directors are also coming who are about to produce a couple of new films, right?
Yes, that's correct. So it's just going to be a whole panel of people talking about the struggles that Latinos have overcome in film.
In Hollywood.
In Hollywood,
getting
yes.
roles in the movies and so forth.
Correct, yes.
And that has been a struggle. A lot of different people have been talking about that for years, about getting better representation of Hispanic and African American actors in Hollywood. Tell us a little bit more. I think we got 1 minute left. Tell us a little bit more about what it's like. 2 minutes. Somebody just said in my ear we have 2 minutes. So tell us a little bit more, you guys, about what it's like to work on this program.
Basically, I enjoy most of the shows. I was a segment producer, and I really enjoyed harassing the guests because we have to call them several times a day, and if they don't get in contact with us, we just keep
now that
calling
they're gone, you're saying this, right? Now that the guests are gone.
Yes, now that they're gone. But that's what I really enjoyed about the program.
It's about making sure that the guests get here on time, that they know what we're going to discuss with them, preparing the questions to ask the guests. This is what these folks do. They basically produce each segment of the program. Cynthia, tell us a little bit more.
Well, producing is definitely a collaborative
teamwork.
Definitely.
Yes.
and we all have to pitch in and help each other out and do last-minute corrections on certain things like rundowns and scripts. And so it's really stressful, but it's a lot of fun.
So once it's stressful, but once we all get done, we feel very good
Feel
about it.
Job well
relieved.
done.
We can breathe again.
Yeah. It's like, whew, it's an
Yeah.
adrenaline rush, but when it's finally you actually see it come together, it's pretty
Good
rewarding.
feeling.
But we've gotten a lot better, haven't we? We've done
Definitely.
this is our ninth show,
Yes.
and it was hectic in the beginning. We're getting a little better.
Yes.
So thank you for being with us on the program today and
Thank you.
explaining what this is all about to our viewers. Thank you for being watching us as you do very consistently. We find this program. This is our ninth program of the Bronx Journal, done with students at Lehman College. We're very proud of what we're doing here. I'm very proud of my students and what the work that they're doing. And we'll see you soon on another edition of the Bronx Journal. Come back.